But then, just over a week ago, the freshly installed government of Prime Minister Liz Truss announced a sweeping tax cut plan that economists from both ends of the political spectrum have decried as unorthodox at best, diabolical at worst. Pretty bad. In short, the Truss administration said it would slash taxes for all Britons to encourage spending and investment, and in theory soften the blow of a recession, but the tax cuts aren't funded, which means the government must take on more debt to finance them. So there's a fair bit to unpack here. So what the actual government are doing is they're printing more money to stimulate the economy. Um, that's basically what they're doing. But you got to remember the central bank are saying, no, 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 this we're at 10% inflation. We've got to raise rates to cut inflation. So you won't get an inflation cut if you cut taxes and print all this money and put it into the economy. That stimulates it, which raises more inflation. So there's a big hoo-ha about this, and it's really bad because if the government gets what they want, inflation could get out of control. If it's at 10% now, maybe it's at 20% in 12 months' time. So basically, what happened was investors basically had no more faith in UK bonds because the UK government and the UK central bank are basically not on the same page. They're doing things which are contradictory to each other. So basically, people sold all their UK bonds. They're called gilts. And what was a second order kind of effect of this was that a lot of the UK pension funds had bought these bonds on margin. So what does that mean? That means they basically borrowed all this money to buy all these bonds, and because the bonds dropped so much in price, they had to pay out their debts, which they didn't have, and that had meant the central bank, the ECB, had to come in, print more money again, and buy all these bonds because otherwise that would have put the whole of the UK pension fund, the whole of the UK pension funds, I don't know what you say, insolvent or bankrupt or whatever the word is, it's extremely bad. And it would have put everyone's retirement savings at risk. So that's like the same as the supermarket here, basically getting into a dangerous position and losing basically, I don't know, 90% of all our wealth, for example. So, yeah, not good in UK. And I guess that's kind of sparked all the news articles off saying, well, things are about to get real bad. But at the end of the day, the news is always there. It's just people aren't paying attention. So anyway, let's close off this article because it's been a bit of a long one. What I want to read out on this article is how this article closes off because I'm so suspicious of mass media and government the last few years, just because of where we're heading and the things governments around the world are doing. So let me just read this and I'll dig into a little bit deeper as to why I think that. Some economies, particularly the United States, with its strong labour market and resilient customers, will be able to withstand the blow better than others. We're in uncharted waters in the months ahead, wrote economists at the World Economic Forum in a report this week. The immediate outlook for the global economy and much of the world's population is dark, they continued, adding that the challenges will test the resilience of economies and societies and exact a punishing human toll. Geez, I'm really dressing it down. But there are some silver linings, they said. Crises force transformations that can ultimately improve standards of living and make economies stronger. This is where the conspiracy theorists come in. So if you're still watching now, conspiracy theorists, you can have at it because everyone knows in the conspiracy theory realm what the World Economic Forum are. They're not a government agency. The World Economic Forum is just a network of elites. And what I mean by elites is these guys control a lot of the world's wealth. So this articles like this always get me worked up because it's like, okay, so you've put this spin on it, and right at the end, you've set the World Economic Forum's come in and said, oh, yeah, we can take advantage of this. And just so you're aware, the World Economic Forums are the ones that basically said in a report, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. So you can see what their intentions are for the future. If we're all earning nothing, they're earning everything. So I think they tried to dress that whole argument up as, oh yeah, everything will be Uber and you won't own a car and it'll all be green and all of this sort of stuff. But really, their intentions are not humanitarian or for the good of the world. Their intentions are to make the most amount of money. That's the intention of every business. That's why you see so many businesses do things that are highly immoral, because they're not people. They don't have morals. And the World Economic Forum is no different. So their whole objective is to make money. And that's usually off the people they're taking the money from. So I'm just going to close off by saying again what I say all the time. And I'm no financial advisor here, so just take that with a grain of salt. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, I should say. But let me stress here, the UK pension fund was close to falling over. The UK pension fund market was close to falling over. So I don't put any of the things that happen in my finances, in my investments, under the control of anyone else. Everything is 100% my responsibility. And the reason why I say that, and the reason why I'm so big on that, is because I see Australians everywhere asleep at the wheel, too much debt, not managing their money well enough, don't know what their investments are doing. To me, that's a recipe for disaster. I mean, I could be wrong, and the low percentage play that you close your eyes and everything plays out and you've got enough at retirement and you've paid your debts off and you've lived a good life and you've done everything you want to do. I could be wrong. That could happen. But the numbers and history probably goes with my assumptions. So I want to take control of my own destiny. I want to be the captain of my own destiny. I want to steer my own ship. And a part of that is taking 100% of control for my finances. So if you're out there and you're still watching, obviously times aren't looking that good. I suggest you do something. If you want to talk about mortgage debt and how much is enough for you, or you might have an investment portfolio you want to restructure, the team here would be happy to take your call and help you out. That's it till next time, guys. I hope you really like this one. Please like and subscribe if you like the stuff that I'm putting out. If you don't like it, or if you think I'm full of it, or you don't like my attitude, leave a comment or get in touch personally and let us know. Till next time, guys. Cheers.